All right, we got quads today, and because I'm hitting this lift at like noon, I thought of something to go over before we get in there, which is how much should you be eating before you get a lift in? Like, what's like the optimal food before a lift to get the most out of your workout for a physique context or bodybuilding context? Training specifically physique-wise instead of like just to like feel good. Like you want the look too. So I will I'll lay out what I did before my workout today, going to it now. So it makes sense, and then I'll lay out like the general rules. So today I had breakfast. Had both a decent amount of protein, decent amount of carb. And then I did cardio, 20 minutes of cardio I do every day. So I did that after breakfast. And then I had another meal, another decent protein, decent carb meal. And now I'm going to the gym. So 2 meals, and I also did cardio between the meals. And that is totally fine. And that is definitely enough to get a workout in. I'd recommend, I'd recommend 2 meals that both have carbs in them and protein, of course, before getting a workout in, even if you don't do cardio. So your body has enough for the lift. And no, not just the meal you have right before your workout is the only thing that helps your lift. Every single meal you had that day leading up to it helps, but you don't need like 5 meals before you work out, because it's not like you need that excessive amount for a lift. Your body just needs enough for the workout, energy-wise, and 2 is plenty, or 2 is sufficient. So you'd be like, oh, I'm getting bonus carbs throughout my day before the workout. It's like, well, it gets to a point where it's like your body just needs this much to have the energy to go through the workout, and everything else is like just extra prior to it, just reaching your daily goal. So which is why it's like 2, because 1, the first meal, it can definitely be fully digested by the time you're working out, because you also had to wait to have a second meal. And then the second meal is digesting while I had an hour before I started working out. Right? I had it like 45 minutes ago. So it's digesting while I'm about to go work out, and it's immediately being used. So combination of those 2 helps. And no need to like carb load, as in like slam a shit ton of carbs before you go work out. I mean, if you don't have a set meal plan, if you want to throw in like something smaller, like a banana or I don't know, I guess a banana, a Gatorade, I wouldn't even say Gatorade, Rice Krispie treat usually, but like, that's kind of like just a mentally feel good, it's not placebo, obviously, but like, in the grand scheme of your workout, having that one banana is really only if like, you weren't able to get the 2 meals in, or, you have like not ideal circumstances where maybe it's like, oh, you have to work out in the morning. You don't even have time for 1 meal before you work out. It's like, all right, well, instead of doing a workout fasted, let's get in a banana or something to let your body use its energy for this workout, because something is better than nothing. That's why, in that sense, it would be fine. So the point being made is, you obviously want to eat before you lift. 2 meals is great. And also, if you do cardio between the 2 meals, that's okay, as long as you're getting that second meal in again before you go work out. And I mean, I wouldn't do cardio, meal, head to the gym all within a 30-minute span. Like, you should it should be like at least a couple hours in between, 3 hours maybe. Like, it's 12:30 right now for me, and I did cardio at 8 a.m., so like 4 hours ago. And my body definitely had enough time from especially my breakfast plus the meal I just had to like replenish itself from even though it was only 20 minutes of cardio, It's enough time for my body to replenish itself from that, to get it the most out of my workout. So that's my scenario, and honestly, I'm gonna say best case scenario, but like it's a pretty good scenario. And if you work out in the evening, I usually actually work out like around 4 or 5 o'clock. I'll just have 3 meals before, or maybe 4. Just whatever evenly spaces out throughout the day, so I'm not like trying to eat 4 meals right before I go to bed and have a tough time getting everything down. It's a lot easier to space your meals out to actually get down the food, especially breakfast. If you skip breakfast, dude, and you're trying to bulk, like, I'm not gonna like, you're screwed. Like, if you ain't eating breakfast and you're trying to bulk, like, you're cooked. That's just my opinion about it. But if you work out in the evening, like, the only difference is that I just have a couple more meals leading up into the workout, but my morning was the same. Breakfast, cardio, that second meal, and then just like 2 more meals because of the 5-hour difference between when I work out. Instead of at noon, it's at like 5. And then again, I'm not like trying to slam carbs like crazy, because I actually used to do that, because I thought that your body only used it right away, and it actually could make your workout more shit, because your body's trying to digest everything right before you work out, and you can use some blood to help digest that, blood flow down to where your body's actually trying to digest. But I mean, that's like not that big of an issue, but the workout will definitely probably feel like shit. I personally like eating right before I work out, but I don't like eating a mound of food before I work out. Like a 1 meal worth, for me, it actually is quite a bit, maybe just to other people, but it's like, gosh, like 800 calories, but my maintenance right now is like 4,500-ish at least. So to me, it's like a normal size meal. And that is totally fine with me having that before I go and work out, compared to downing a giant meal, which would be like, especially the fact that we're hitting quads today. Did I even say that we're hitting quads? Whoops. I guess you saw it in the thumbnail and title. But yeah, we're hitting quads today. And usually when I do that, it's like, all right, let me give myself even extra. Why is there so many people here? Oh, it's Monday, but still, it's noon. That's why I would give myself extra time. Because especially quads, like, I feel like arms is a little different, but quads, feet right before, you're just asking to yak. I've yet to do that. Last quad day, I don't want to say pretty close, but I knew that if I ate like right before, I would have, because it was pretty tough. But this one I should be fine. I'm not like full right now, like food wise. So yeah, leg press, belt squat, quad extensions, calves, abs, pose, leave. 4 sets of each. Training hard as possible. So I'll either do belt squat or leg press, whatever one's open first. It's Monday, so I hope nobody's hitting legs on Monday. I hope everyone's just hitting chest, and I can hit a leg day without anybody being on the machines, but that's the way it goes. We'll see. All right, I'll see you guys in there either on the leg press or belt squat. Or quad extension if both are taken. Quad extension is the only thing open. Whatever's open. See ya. Okay. So, I just finished warming up. I did like 2 plates. I don't know, like 10 reps, 4 plates, 10 reps. Just so I'm not destroying my quads, surprising me with, what is this, 7 plates? Thought a warm up. But anyways, I'll either do leg press, heavy, squat, more controlled, higher reps, blood flow, or I'll do leg press,
higher reps, blood flow, squat heavier, still controlled. But so today I'll probably do like just higher reps on this, do like a tempo set, 2 quick, 1 super slow, and then what else was I gonna say? Oh, I put this like the stopper to where it causes me to only go down to like 90 degree here, because then it's mainly hitting quad, because quads mainly get hit in the top half of the movement. But if you're just hitting a whole entire leg day instead of just a quad day, then yeah, I mean, full range of motion, I mean, easy enough. What else? I think that's really it. Just 4 sets of this. 4 top sets. Like I wouldn't do like a pyramid or something, but unless like my first set is clearly I should have put more weight on, then I'll up the weight, but I'll just do 4 straight top sets. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. Okay. Whew. Let's go move on to squats. Oh shit. All right. Said I was going to do one controlled, one actually pushing heavier weight, so I'll stick with that. And I threw 2 plates on this, and then honestly, just if it gets lower than like 8 reps, I'll drop the weight a little bit, just to still get the most out of it even with heavier weight. Because what I do with leg press, like it went down pretty quick, like 15, 12, 9. I don't care too much about the exact reps, just more of 2 different styles of what I'm actually trying to do. One was actually getting the most blood in my quads. This I'm trying to just push a little bit heavier weight as well. So yeah, I'll just gauge it. If I get way too low of reps, I'll call an audible and change it, or just change the weight on it. All right.
The second one on his left, the third is 410. That's what he did. That's good. If you get around like go. 10 out
That's what I mean when I say 4 top sets. Oh shit. Alright, let's go do quad extensions. And then call it for quads. And I gotta wipe this entire thing down. Whoops. The fact that I didn't do anything unilateral yet, like one at a time, just keep everything evened out, just to make sure. I don't know, I'm not going to BS you. As long as one of my exercises is unilateral for any muscle group I'm doing that day, I'm happy with it then. Usually for like back, or if I have an actual like serious issue with an imbalance, I wouldn't even call it imbalance. I would just call it like when I press like my shoulders be uneven or not level. I would start with like a unilateral movement then, but other than that, as long as you get it somewhere in there, it's fine. I have no idea how much I'd be able to do on this. All right, we'll try this. Okay.
I know which ones are kind of like always good. I know which ones are like so. On the days that you want to be sure. What's the place you want to go? A whole bunch of those, and like, I won't eat them on their own, but if you put them in that, the one thing I don't really like, texture-wise, is the wood. Yeah, it's like 5%. So I would start at like 7. If you want. That first second always be a little misleading. Sometimes you gotta do the movement, gotta get the W40 in there. Second session, a little better.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
One more. My girlfriend made scale the like walking style. So she made like a goose with it and had like tricolor carrots. And I forget, like she almost had like a gravy, almost like a stew. And I've never had it that way, but my only qualm was she didn't trim the fat off. A little fat. Well, dude, you can only get so much of it on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
But give it that 45 minutes to an hour, because that's what it takes to
You go detail.
But like, I didn't do this, that's where I was getting at. But she didn't do that. So it was okay with this. I'm almost feeling off myself. It's easier to do it that way. It feels so good. And you know, I've never had to use this before. But when she was super crazy, it was a flavor, a really good flavor for the bomb. But I make it. She has a lot more going on, but I put that up against things every day. Come on. Good. 5, 6, 4, even better. That was good.
That's on the Japanese, right? Colorful.
Where's our? Who's winning what's up today?
Okay. All right, let's check it out. We want to go extra dark here. Too much exposure or too low of exposure. We'll do that. Barely spoken to this lift. I'm just still trying to just crank through the workouts and other stuff going on. I got to pick up groceries, honestly just steak, and then a bunch of work on the laptop. But that being said, I'll yap on the way home in the car. Just get the posing. many weeks post-show am I right now? I competed July 19th, so August, September, October, November, about 16 weeks post-show. Now, something mentally that I'm like, not dreading. I'm grateful I get to even do it, but I'm definitely starting to actually get into like the real part of the bulk. Yes, 16 weeks post-show, bulk has been going on, but I'm talking like there's the rebound from the show, just getting your body back to normal. And there's kind of like a maintenance phase-ish. Let your body just reset and get ready to grow. And then starting to grow now, because I can also tell because my hunger's starting to like get shot, which is okay. That doesn't mean you just immediately cut because your hunger is, why is it so bright? Immediately cut because your hunger is shot. It usually means that like you're actually about to start your off season, or you're just getting into the off season, and actually forcing your body to grow out of what it normally is. Mentally, I can tell that it's about to start, and I mean, yeah, it's a pain. It's annoying the fact that you got to force feed yourself, but like that's the whole point of why it's difficult. Because half the time it's forcing your body to do something it doesn't want to do. So that's the whole point of bodybuilding, is manipulating your body into something it doesn't want to be, because it just wants to stay stagnant. Like it doesn't want to up the amount of muscle, up the amount of fat it is. It just wants to stay exactly where it is, and that's part of manipulating it. So hopefully this off season we can up like the amount of cheat meals to like 2 or something. I feel like 3 might be just like way too much for that, but the amount of calories it takes for me to grow, especially during my off season, given my weight, is a lot of calories. Like I was at 5,500 maintenance at the end of my bulk, as in I was eating 5,500 a day and not gaining any more weight. So by definition, that's my maintenance. And I'm assuming we're gonna push past that this time, just because I want a little bit bigger. And 2, we set up like a really good bulk just because I competed. That's like a clean slate is after competing. So my guess is we're gonna hit like 6K. But dude, like right now I'm at a little over 4,500, maybe like 4,600. I might actually already be at 5K. I don't know. But that's why I'm hoping we have like a couple more cheat meals instead of just skyrocketing my daily calories. Because look, if you gotta eat 6K calories, but like 2.5K of them is from a pizza, I don't mind. But if I'm eating 6K of chicken and rice, no matter how many sauces or seasoning I put on that shit, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So hopefully that's something we adjust. Maybe my coach will notice my body does better with like some couple more cheat meals to keep the food a little denser, just so my digestion can keep moving. But I'm not there yet. Who knows? We'll see. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the car. What, bro?
Okay. Not bad for Monday. Busier, but wasn't the end of the world. Thankfully traffic's not terrible. Dude, it's usually either like, I guess this really doesn't, maybe it does apply to you. If I work out at like 2 o'clock, I'm either screwed on traffic trying to go back to my apartment, and it's like double the time. It's like 40 minutes to get home instead of 20. Or if I work out at 5, I have an extra half hour of my workout waiting for machines or talking to people, but it's like normal time getting home. And I guess I lucked out today. But I would much rather take extra half hour in the gym than extra hour in traffic. Half hour in traffic. Because at least I feel like I'm doing something. But yeah, enough about that. Who gives a shit? Workout. you saw that each of my 4 sets were top sets, meaning they were not just some easy. Hold on, let me get the screen lit. Hold on. They were not just super easy sets. Sure, you can do warm-up sets, but don't count it, obviously. And not having a spotter is fine. What I did today was I gauged, honestly, like, I did as many as I can, but when I was like, all right, I probably can get like 1 more, specifically for leg press, I just decided to rack it instead of, dude, if I guess I could have worked around this, but if I went to where I couldn't push it up again, and I have to unload 8 plates on each side, or 7 plates on each side to then start my next set, it's going to take me longer to just take those plates off than it would be to finish the 4 sets in general and to put the plates back on. So I was like, all right, instead of just making this just a time consumer, I waited to my last sets where it's like, all right, this thing's going to fall on me and the safety rack part will catch it. But by no means was I like trying to do like, oh, 1 RIR, 2 RIR. I had a pretty good gauge of like, holy shit, this thing's about to fall on my legs. Let me not do another rep. By all means, it was only for the fact of it would take me literally 15 minutes, not 15 minutes, all right. 3 minutes, honestly longer, like 5 minutes to take 14 plates off and 14 plates back on, and doing that for 4 sets. It would literally take me a half hour, not even doing the exercise, half hour of just unracking and re-racking weights. That's why I was like, all right, let me adjust here what the hell I'm doing. So, but the squats, instead of having a spotter, I was able to do, like, once I couldn't do anymore, I like pushed up with my hands. I used my hands as well to get up, and you're still hitting legs there. It's kind of just like having your own spotters. You spot yourself there. What kind of car is that? Oh, it's a C8. Never mind. I guess it's what you get living next to, not all the time, but definitely when I go a little closer to Naples. I go to school in Fort Myers, so side note to the lifting. I guess if you're into lifting, you probably find sports cars pretty cool as well, or hypercars. I see them occasionally here. Obviously not often. It's not like I'm in the downtown Miami or some shit, but a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily call a C8 a hypercar. It's definitely a sports car. Or a supercar, whatever. I don't know, let's see. Well, if you're bulking as well, something that I would want to explain is how to gauge, like, I'll put it into context of a couple things that happened from this week that, from not sure exactly what's going on with your body, you may adjust something where you shouldn't be adjusting it. And it's like in an overall sense of the training, diet, sleep, whatever. So I've been getting like decently more sore in the past day or two, or honestly the past few days. And to most people, they'd be like, all right, we gotta change our training, we need another rest day, we need this, that, something's wrong. But the reason why I've been getting more sore is because my metabolism has definitely started to adapt to the food I'm eating. So I have dropped in, or not dropped in, I have more soreness because of my metabolism. Like I'm basically eating closer to maintenance right now. And the soreness isn't from my training being screwed up or anything. It's just because I'm eventually going to have to adjust my calories a little higher. And to someone who may not know that, they may think, oh, I'm going to adjust my training, I'm going to do less sets, or I'm going to do like a deload week or something, or more rest days. When reality, it's just you got to eat a little bit more food and continue the bulk. And it's not a training problem. But what I'm trying to get at is you may actually screw up something you're doing in your bulk, in your plan, because you think it's X problem, but it's actually Y problem or Z problem. So yeah, that's something that happened past day for me. And then what else? Whoa, I almost just rear-ended this fucking C8. My fault. I had to make sure I got that turn there before I started yapping again. I guess I'll let me flip. Can I flip this? Nope. Alright, you guys don't get to see the C8 in front of me. Actually, I'll turn it like this. Alright. Oh, there we go. By no means am I in spot to get one of those, bro. I'm driving a 2010 Mazda 3, but we'll eventually get there. What else you guys want to know? I don't know. I mean, shit. Like, I know this is a training video. What the fuck else you guys got going on? Something. There's gotta be something else going on. I don't know. You guys trade? I guess I would have to make another channel for that. But, yeah, I guess I wouldn't keep that on here. You're probably here for the lifting. So, I mean, I guess just comment. What the hell you want to know? What do you want from me? Alright. I guess we call it there? No? Yeah? Tomorrow's a rest day. Planned rest day. I do push-pull legs, rest, push-pull legs, rest. And then that's the repeat of the cycle. So it's 8. It's an 8-day cycle, but it is not the same push-pull legs each time. It's just a focus on something else. So like the legs, today was quads, the other leg day is glute and hammy. One push day is chest, one push day is shoulder to try, one pull day is back, one pull day is buys. So that's how I organized it, and I found it works for me. So that's why I saw. And then I always put the rest day after my leg day, just because I find, for me personally, it honestly really doesn't matter where you put the rest day, only for like finer details. But I think for some people, if like legs are an issue, you usually put the rest day maybe before leg day, because then you're like refreshed and ready to go and have the most effort towards that. But by all means, or by no means does it make that much of a difference. I'm talking, these are like tiny, minimal, unnoticeable details that are more for like your mental feeling a little better about it than actually making a big difference. Because I remember there's a bit of Chris Bumstead saying like he had his rest day before his leg day for that reason, but like, is it going to make some dramatic difference? No. Not at all. Not compared to everything else that he's doing, diet and training-wise. So, alright. Well, I got to pick up some steak for Publix. It's the cheapest there. Some sirloin. It's honestly the leanest steak you can get. And usually the lowest price, if I can snag some that are there that aren't $1 million. And then yeah, I guess we'll call it there. Appreciate y'all watching. Love y'all. Peace.